Next, a bank utilizing the services of an advising bank or second advising bank to advise a credit must use the same bank to advise any amendment thereto. Issuing bank has issued the credit and sends to X bank, that is advising bank. Now, if issuing banks issued one amendment, then issuing bank must route this amendment through X bank for further advice to beneficiary. Or in case of second advising bank, let's say issuing bank advises the amendment to X, Y, and beneficiary. Let's say the credit was advised by X bank to Y bank, and then Y bank advises the credit to beneficiary. Now, if the issuing bank issues an amendment, then it must route the amendment through X, and X must route through Y for further advising to beneficiary. If a bank is requested to advise a credit or amendment but elects not to do so, it must so inform without delay the bank from which the credit, amendment, or advice has been received. Let's say issuing bank issued the credit and ask X bank to advise the credit to beneficiary. Now, X bank is not ready to advise. Then it must inform the issuing bank that they are not agreed to advise this credit to beneficiary, whatever the reason, but it must inform the issuing bank that they are unable to advise or they don't want to advise this credit to beneficiary. Next, if a bank is requested to advise a credit or amendment but cannot satisfy itself as to the apparent authenticity of the credit, the amendment, or the advice, it must so inform without delay the bank from which the instruction appeared to have been received. If the advising bank or second advising bank elect nonetheless to advise the credit or amendment, it must inform the beneficiary or second advising bank that it has not been able to satisfy itself as to the apparent authenticity of the credit, the amendment, or the advice. No, let's say issuing bank issued the credit to X. X, as advising bank, must satisfy upon the apparent authenticity of the credit. No, let's say issuing bank cannot satisfy upon the apparent authenticity of the credit. Then, in this case, it must inform the issuing bank that they are not able to verify the or satisfy upon the apparent authenticity of the credit. Or second option, instead of not satisfying upon the apparent authenticity of the credit, if issuing bank wants to advise the credit without satisfying upon apparent authenticity, then in the advice to the beneficiary, the advising bank must mention that they have not satisfied upon the apparent authenticity of the credit. But it is preferable that advising bank advise the credit to the beneficiary upon satisfying the apparent authenticity of the credit. Now, that was all for the Article 9. I hope you have understood well. Thank you very much.